What's going on, chat? How are we doing today? Hope everyone is enjoying what's today, Wednesday. That looks so good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's been a few of them that we've put together, but thank you. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I appreciate it all. Hello. I've missed y'all as well. I think it's been, how long has it been now? I think it's 6 days, right? 6 days since the Bailey stream. Is that how long it's been? I don't even know at this point. It's been a week. Let me turn some background music in really quick, and give me a sec. Just so there's something in the background. Yeah, figured give you a little bit of time to have a little conversation. I'll probably boot up probably some Monster Hunter as well a little bit later. Just have a quick conversation and see what's going on. Doc High in fact dresses like Dark TJ. I do not dress like Dark TJ. This is just a golf pullover that is definitely not Dark TJ. Yeah, self-insert confirmed, by the way, if you don't know. Anyway, yeah, so just kind of a little catch up on things. Obviously you've all probably seen me in the server through obvious other streams. I see it in our Discord. I see y'all talking about it. It hasn't been the easiest kind of arc to put together, truthfully. It has been a little hard to do. Yeah, you asked, you got it. Did say it in Discord, so I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, so I think for the most part, it's definitely been a harder arc to do. I haven't done anything like this before. I think from a perspective of their side to it, our side to, or my side to it, I think the war is a little bit of a bad time to even engage with it, and whatever they're doing with Mandam kind of kills the vibe a little bit. You have the kind of a half-wit serious conversation about fixing your side to it, and then it's like, oh hey, let's go to war and clap everyone together. So I don't know how much we continue it, truthfully. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Obviously I think y'all saw today from Francis's stuff, so I saw that kind of popping back and forth. So obviously TJ had a little conversation with Francis, which it's always been kind of like a rivalry with it, but for TJ's side to it, it's probably the most relatable as a character per se of where to go with it. I think talking about a few things that I've considered with TJ was that, do I kind of commit to that arc of taking him down, somewhat of the revenge side to it, and seeing like don't fuck with him type of thing. So that's why I kind of called Francis and was just like, hey, what's going on with it? So I wanted to get the relatable aspect to him, be like, hey, listen, what did you experience, or would you leave the PD again, per se? So as relatable as it is, he's probably the closest one to that. I don't know really of any other cops that have said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and possibly leave the PD over an arc. Obviously he kind of offered to clap them. It's like, well, shit, why not? But at the same time, I was kind of like thinking a little bit. I was like, give them some time, see how it plays out on what's happening, because I don't want to be like, oh hey, here's a conversation one day, and the next day, like, yeah, I'm gonna send CG after them. So I figure I'd give it a little bit more time to see how things go with it. If it doesn't particularly go anywhere, then that might be the option that I go with it. But at the same time, like, where do I take TJ after that, right? Jokingly, literally everybody has said, "Oh, BBMC TJ." Well, I mean, there probably would have been a point sometime that TJ would have considered at some point leaving with it, but I don't think there's any universe at this point where he goes to that, right? At least the BBMC side to it because of what they just did. Like, there's no way for I don't think for that club dynamic to be like, oh hey, here's the awkward kid in, you know, like didn't we just shoot him the other day? Wasn't he just a fucking cop? Like, are you serious? So, um, you kind of think of the different ways to go with it. Yeah, kind of tough to come back from a bullet to the head. Yeah, no, absolutely. CGTJ, I don't know. I've thought about. I don't really. CG's like huge, and TJ would get lost in CG. Um, I don't know. That's kind of like hard to go for TJ for Mandam. Their playtimes are completely different from myself as well, so I don't know. Misspelled cereal. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. So I'm not sure. So that's the one thing I'm just like, truthfully, I don't know where to go with him. Um, so I tried to call Bass today. But I don't think he was on Bass, or it might have been on Sob, or if he wasn't streaming today, I have no idea. But I wanted to have a conversation with him as well before I did any of that, and kind of take it down that way. So I don't know. He wasn't streaming today. Yeah, no, I gotcha. I thought I saw him like pop up on the dispatch system, so I figured he might have been on the server at some point. Um, yeah. So I think I wanted to have a quick conversation with him. So I guess as a background, um, I have somewhat talked to a admin, and also I shot Saab a message um, about sort of the possibility of future with it. And I think I just want to clarify, like, hey, if I take it down this route, what's the option, and should I do another cop? Um, and then also, if I technically would commit to a route and get fired from it, what's the option? Do I have an option to go back to PD at any point on a different character? Because I didn't want to like potentially burn that bridge if it led to like nothing afterwards. Because if the RP let it there, I was gonna let it go, right? Um, so I just wanted to make sure that before I really committed to anything, that I had those conversations with the people that would make those decisions. I didn't want to fully commit to a decision until I've had that conversation before I close any potential doors in the future. Um, tell us what he says unless you don't want to. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was one message. I'll read it to you really quick. Said, hey, if I get fired for RP reasons, I haven't done anything yet, just considering a few things. Is there a 30-day reapply with another character type of thing? Or no longer able to do that type of job as overall, just trying to look at options. And you just said you would apply again in 30 days as a new cop and come back as a solo cadet. Was the response I got. So for all of you that are like, oh, hey, he's just a cop or he's not willing to commit to it. No, like, there's no half-ass for me in like the RP side to it. I could go 30 days without playing a cop, I'd be perfectly happy. I've gone months without playing cop and been more than happy. This as an FYI. So I don't know. I think from a perspective of TJ and the PD, I don't know what he wants with that right now. See, like, that's if he goes back to PD, I don't know. I don't know where that would take it. What am I drinking? Pellegrino. Actually, what I do, fun fact with this, I get these delivered to my house and from like Amazon. They're only like $1.25 for like one of these bottles, right? Because I wanted to give up soda for the longest time, and so probably like 2 years ago, I started getting these delivered, and so I usually would take, because it has carbonation to it. I would take Mio and put drops of like Mio or like the water without the sugar on top of it, just so I get like flavored water basically. So it was just a way for me to like quit completely any and all sort of soft drinks and whatnot. So this gives me a little bit more of like the fizz to it. So anyway, um, yeah, I just wanted to make sure if I was gonna do that, you know, I was gonna full commit to it. And if I was gonna full commit to it, just what is the potential after? If you don't have prio outside the cop and judge, you've earned it. No, I've had prio for a long time. I don't. I that's an issue. Room tour. This is just my office. No. There's not a whole lot going on here. I actually want to redo it. So there's TV in the back. I'm gonna get rid of all that, and I'm gonna put it on a wall next to me and kind of like wall mount it, and then get rid of the couch back there, and I want to put a wraparound couch behind me. Um, TJ said he doesn't care about being promoted. As TJ said in characters, that anyone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's brought up with Sab a few times. Truthfully, um, I think, you know. So I saw a clip from Sab the other day, and he was talking about how it's feeling close back to 2.0, and feeling with it and getting off the server, and it just feels just like shit at times, which is definitely true. And I'm actually super happy myself personally that this kind of arc has kicked off during this Hell Week bullshit again. I hate Hell Week. I hate everything about it, and I think I suffer from the same thing he probably suffers from in terms of wanting to make it enjoyable for other people. Um, and when you make it enjoyable for other people, and that usually means being a little bit more of the relaxed fun cop than anything else, um, you suffer from the internal aspects and the internal drama from it equally, if not more, than the external aspects to it, because every cop, well, not every cop, a lot of the cops is um, probably expect the best type of thing, in terms of like your all, and they don't want to. I don't know how to best phrase this, but um, you're under as much of a microscope from your own internal cops than you are anyone else, right? And not everyone plays a cop the same. And so when you're like, oh, you know, TJ let Francis out again. I'm sorry. Did we not just get into an 8-person shootout and the entirety of the team just got wiped from the PD side to it? That they were trying to rescue Francis. So me letting him out is essentially them winning the shootout and Francis getting out. So instead of me sitting there for the entirety of the fucking time, I went and gave RP to someone else. But guess what? They all fucking hate TJ for it, right? Because I'm sorry, at the end of the day, you look at RP as a different streak. I don't want to have, for example, when Francis was sitting in the back of a cop car for 15 minutes and you could hear him actually hitting the horn of the car. That's not fun for him. It's not fun for anyone else. So, God forbid, you're just sitting there with nothing. You're just staring in the back of the fucking cop car. So, God, I'm going to go give him RP, right? So, if they won the shootout, congratulations. They won the shootout. Francis gets to go free. So, Francis gets released from the courthouse. Chat, it was 2 hours that I had him in custody. 2 hours. The judge literally said, hey, it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes. It was like 45 to 50 afterwards. So, I'm sorry that you want to go ahead and have another cop berate me for letting someone out because it has been forever that they're in custody, and I don't care about the outcome. We both got equally the same amount of RP out of it in the end anyway, regardless of him being sent in or anything. So it gets super frustrating to see that come back and nitpick that way. So I want to say, like, I understand where Saab is coming from and his feelings with that. And I think people just need to realize that it's supposed to be an enjoyable experience. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know. Thoughts on the Barry conversation? Um, I think he took it for the conversation more serious than I anticipated him actually taking it. Um, I think from a perspective of what I understood that he took it as, his tone of voice was pretty serious with it. Like I said, I'm not crazy that they're going to go to war together the next day, but that's not for me to dictate. You know, I'm it is what it is. Am I disappointed in that? Kind of. I mean, you know, I tried to make the the point of you need to take care of what you have first before you take care of like the TJ situation. And so apparently taking care of it first is them going to war together. I mean, because think about it for a second, right? Like, you're in war. I mean, I understand, like, it was set up, whatever it was, right? You're in war, and now you're gonna have to have a conversation with someone that's like, oh, hey, let's go to war together, let's fight next to each other, but at the same time, I'm really pissed off at you. So when war ends, oh shit, do I just get pissed off again? I don't know. So it depends really how you want to take that, right? I think it diminishes the effect of it. It's like, what's the point? So, yeah, I don't know. I was on for a little bit, and I didn't really see a whole lot more that I could have done because Emma was obviously in the Mike Block case. They were doing war stuff. I think Francis had, or Quill had gone to Escape from Tarkov. I couldn't find Stab either, or Bass, so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And it just, you know, I wasn't gonna sit on the server for that much longer. There's only so much I can do with it, truthfully, before I really fully commit to one avenue or not. Yeah, and I'd kind of let you guys know when I'm on with it. Did TJ clear BBMC tags? No. TJ has not been down to the Billy at all, actually. At all. Did I expect? No, I did not expect him to be in the elevator, truthfully. Well, I mean, I guess yes and no. I thought it was kind of suspicious that Chatter said, meet me someplace and I have something for you, and then come to another place I can't go. So I kind of had like like this might be happening right now. But I didn't think it was actually going to happen. So I don't know. Is TJ mad at Chatterbox? No. I think if anything, TJ and Chatter are that much closer after this. And I don't really, I think TJ, actually, let me give a round of applause for Chatter, by the way. Straight up OOC wise, in character wise, dude killed it.
I just want to make sure that that is fully known. I could not have been happier with Chatter as a choice to confront Barry and go through with that. So big, big ups to Chatter. I think he's always been an RP facilitator, and Emma as well. Absolutely, the two of them have made this so much better for what it is. It's like I don't know. You know, without them, this would have been like this would have been so much harder. Is all I'm gonna say. Um, Chatter absolutely killed the conversation. Emma for basically making TJ not do drugs. Um, not gonna lie, he hasn't done them yet, but the consideration is possibly still there. I don't know. Yet, well, I mean, I have a thought with it. Like I said, I think about this shit way too much. And I think kind of the intricacies of what goes into it and makes it better are some of the stronger points of the conversation. Those small things that kind of, like the badge, for example, right? I know, I know it fell through the world, but those small things make it that much more meaningful.
I really fucking hope Barry fixes it. TJ is my favorite.
Yo, the text to speech. All right. Text to speech. Nice. Appreciate that. Actually, I don't think I appropriately here. Let me make sure I thank everyone for the resubs with this too. Joel, what's going on with the 2 months resub? Alex, for 2 months. Take me to space. 7 months. God, it's been 7 months since I really started streaming again. Or you've been here for on top of it. And Nathan 62 blues with the tier 1 for 3 months as well. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't do that earlier. I apologize. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 7 months. It's been a little bit of a wild 7 months, truthfully. Yeah, so I think I don't want to ruin, I guess, what the thought would possibly be with some of the drug use or the possibility of the drug use of TJ. I toyed with it a little bit today, depending on how things go, and that's actually why I tried the 311 haze. Was to see if she knew it was coming from. If not, to give her the source of where it was coming from. But at the same time, she didn't answer, so I don't know. I don't know. I said I've got thoughts of where to go with it, but I don't know yet. Yeah, and also props to Hobo Slick, by the way. What are the freaking chances I literally randomly find a hobo underneath the bridge trying to sell me drugs? I think this just added so much to the arc already. I was like, yo, here's a hobo that is underneath the bridge in a camp that is offering a sad, dejected person that is limping drugs. Okay, let's go for it. So I think it just added a little bit more. It wasn't like I sought it out. He was like, hey, yeah, you need something, buddy? But you kind of think about that, right? Like, that's kind of how it should be, you know? You think of like LA, right? What's there's like a hotel in LA. It was a Netflix series. And there's like this area that's just basically like homeless camps in LA. I can't think of the name of it, but it's called like a row, like a Skid Row, whatever it is. Cecil, the Cecil Hotel. Where's that at? it's right in a nasty part of, I think it's LA, right? Or San Francisco, one of the two. And but that's kind of how it should be, right? Like if you're a character that is doing those types of things, if you want to find that, basically the easiest place to get it is where you're going to get like the homeless type of encampment, right? So I mean, props for the people that are gonna like commit to that too, right? Like I'm sure he doesn't have the easiest time playing a character that is a hobo that is addicted to metamorphine, right? Like, yeah, think about that from a perspective of just a development standpoint and him being able to commit to that. You don't see Hobo Slick going out there and doing jobs or banks or, you know, I don't know if he races or not, but you don't really see him do that, right? So if he's going to commit to that, like that just adds to the nature of what happens around you. You don't have to be the character that does it all. And big props. Where are my dog? I don't have any dogs. I'm solo. No kids, no wife, no dog. This is all me. This is all my place. So yeah, not married, no kids, no dogs. Though I thought about a dog. My sister tried to get me a dog for Christmas. So I kind of turned that down, but yeah, I mean, I used to travel a ton. I think I told you guys before I used to travel for work probably twice a week, and having a dog would absolutely just kill me being away from them. So yeah, no, I don't. I'd love to get a Siberian Husky, truthfully, or Alaskan Malamute, but they shed like a mother is all I'm gonna say. So, yeah, anyway, kind of get back on topic with it. So, I kind of don't want, like I said, to just bring TJ back to just PD to be PD at this point. I want it to be meaningful of what he does within PD. So, I don't know. And I think part of what I was talking before with Sab was his kind of internal struggles with trying to make everyone happy is the same thing once again that I feel with TJ, and just it kills you. He's lucky enough to be in a position where he gets to be the chief of police with it. Me playing it as TJ, it's like you just get shit on and no respected. So I don't know. I think there's I don't think that you should mold one cop to one way. So take me space. Thanks for the gift of sub. Appreciate that. Okami Luna with 95 bits on top of it. I saw a question. Hold on. Let me find that again. Sorry, I'm just going back up. Oh, thoughts on being that close to permitting? I mean, I kind of talked about this before. Part of me thought it would actually be easier to perma TJ than do this. Because I mean, truthfully, I don't want to hate BBMC on TJ. I really don't, for out of character reasons. So that's why I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this, because that actually makes it difficult in character when you don't want to do something out of character, right? Think it from that perspective. That's why I was at 50%. I mentioned anytime that TJ is targeted for RP reasons by them, that that would be the possibility. In one sec,
Let me the lights are freaking blinding me in here. Give me a sec. So anytime he's targeted for RP reasons, would be a potential ICU slash perma. Oh, that's a little much. So yeah, anytime that he was potentially targeted would be like that is his kind of, I want to say like contract or stipulation. Yeah. So Z Mystique, thank you for the Prime for 3 months. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me a sec. It's so dark now. I can barely see it. Yo, actually, Megan's really for sure. I'll touch on that in just a second. So yeah, that's why I said like I don't want to hate them in character for out of character. I have a lot of respect for them. I think from our interactions that had been, mutual, I'm hoping mutual respect for each other with it, in and out of RP, right? So that's why I hope this situation really never happened. And I would have actually preferred probably just take him criminal at some point and potentially have the BBMC route for TJ at some point. Way in the future or whatever would have ever happened to it, should something happen to PD, versus potentially even just burning the bridge, right? And so that's what makes it harder, I guess, per se, with it, that you have a lot of respect for it, that you don't want to do that, because you know how anything in the server can be taken in character and kind of applied out of character at times. And should something happen, whether I shoot them down and it's not a good shoot or whatever happens, can be seen very negatively, right? So if I make it an in-character mission to kind of go after them, I mean, that's not the easiest thing to do, right? So I don't know. It's kind of hard. So anyway, yeah, I did want to talk about this actually. Let me see if I can bring this up really quick. If you're holy shit, Gecko. Wow. That is fucking phenomenal. Sorry, swear jar right there. Wow. Very well done. Very well done. Thank you. I'm guessing this is D's like death type character or death side to it. That's really good. Yeah, Norm. Okay. So I kind of have an idea, or had an idea, of one way to do this. Like I said, I put a stupid amount of thought into these things. Seriously, that's really good. And I don't know how this would have played out. I kind of thought about kidnapping Dundee and asking Ziggy to log on Norman one day and have him pretend like I can't see Norman. But I don't know, like, I don't know if that's like crossing a meta thing. And I don't know like how that was RP to begin with outside of the original video. I don't know. I thought about it. Just ask. I know. Nah, I don't want. I don't want to ask the streamer that. I'd rather it be kind of natural with it. I don't know Ziggy's schedule either. I mean, I can talk to Ziggy. We played a lot of New World together. Like I said, I don't know how he RPs Norman, so that's why I haven't really tried that yet. I don't know if quote unquote Norman is supposed to be alive or like a figment or his contract. I have no idea. Because like I said, I wanted to RP it like I couldn't see him. Right? So I don't know. I also don't know how much Ziggy was like involved with that. So I guess how about let me take a step back with this, right? So you know, obviously the ocean dump arc happened, right? Acknowledge that. Okay. Oh, by the way, Susie, thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months. I appreciate that. Congratulations on his new hat. So I don't know how, like, I don't know if Norman's dead or alive, first off. I don't know how that character itself is contextualized, right? So I don't gosh, you're also you're getting into my avenues of thought at this point, which I've spent way too much time considering, by the way. That's why I'm like exhausted at this arc, by the way. Completely exhausted from this arc. Because I've put a ton of thought into the different shit that could happen with it. So I don't know how the actual character Norman is. Does Norman, I don't even know if Norman still exists as like an actual person or if Norman's dead and he's just like death reincarnate. So kind of putting those together, like it's kind of like a weird situation and be like, yo, can I just get Norman in here for a second? Can you do this? So I don't know. Yo, Cass, thank you for the gift to stop. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. You know, seen Ziggy play Norman once in 3.0. I mean, like I said, he'd probably do it for me if I asked him. New World, definitely. I get to talk to Ziggy a lot more than I probably had ever beforehand, and hopefully, I think that we both developed a mutual respect for each other. So I probably could ask him, but yeah, I don't know. He's a really good dude. I like Ziggy. Well, exactly, Mad Monkey. I think that's why this is kind of an issue that I'm coming at with it right now, because I don't know where to take him. I have no idea where to take him. Because there's a lot of extreme situations with this. Where I think it kind of needs to be the way that I took it, almost an extreme avenue. Let me change it from blue to a little bit more light. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Want TJ not lose a relationship with VBMC? It's so sad. I wouldn't either, but how do you recover from 5 of the members watching you get shot? How do you recover that relationship?
How? It's like I said, if something ever happened in PD and Barry would have been like, yo, just join BBMC, I would have. So, the fact that none of them shot says something. Not really. I tried to make it a point in the conversation of saying like, listen, every time that y'all target cops and say like, hey, this is a cop thing, so we're gonna shoot all cops at this point, I'm using that same reverse logic to BBMC at that point, right? So because I got affected by it, this is the entirety of the club. This isn't just one person for 5 people. This is the quote unquote club, right? Because the excuse always is, I wasn't shot by Sam Bass, or I wasn't shot by Bundy, and I'm getting to go after those two. No, it is, let's go after police as an entirety, right? So how am I as TJ? Shut up, Pez. All right. By the way, chat, this motherfucker over here, I spawn in today. And I get a wet fart reverberating in my fucking ears that jump scares the shit out of me. Literally like 45 seconds into me spawning into the server. So yeah. And I had to just call him out and break about 15 walls with it. I was like, you motherfucker, come out. And he came out. So yeah. Hold on, Buzz. I don't even know the chain of thought I would have anymore. You don't know if BBMC would ever have a cop be in BBMC Crab Cop. Don't know if it happens. I mean, that's not my point to truly go down with that route or not. I think a lot of the cop arc, or if I would potentially leave PD arc, would probably be one of the first outside of Francis in the server to do so. And let's be honest, Francis is Francis, and that's Coil. People aren't going to say no to Coil, right? But I think part of the fun with it would be trying to prove that he's not a cop anymore, right? If that route would be the route that we would go with it. So it's like, how do you prove yourself? And so it's probably a little bit more drastic as a character than anything else. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, chat, I'm not afraid to do these choices in RP. But yeah, a little different. This could be a road that gets him started, but at the same time, like, what's TJ's kind of motive to leave the PD outside of personal revenge, right? What does he, as a character, want to do outside of that? Like, what would make him leave it, right? So you got to consider that, right? If he doesn't go the quote unquote, I guess, revenge route, then there's really no point. Because he's not technically pissed at PD. His reasons for potentially leaving PD at all would have been the revenge, right? Because he couldn't be a cop anymore. Exactly, Cass is exactly right. Both you and Books there. It's less about TJ leaving the PD, more about what he does that could get him fired. 100%. I think that's exactly the point I guess I want to make with it. So I don't know. Didn't TJ come from a crime background? Yes. TJ, the character as his background, used to be a criminal. his friends had gotten caught, and they're in jail, and he does not want to go the jail route, or didn't want to go the jail route, and so that's exactly why he said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this." And so yeah, he decided to be a cop instead of be a criminal with that, because all his friends were in jail. He had been a criminal before, and he was like, "Nope, I didn't get caught. I'm out. I don't want this to be a thing. So if I'm gonna learn everything about it, I want to be smart about it. I'm gonna be the cop." So yeah. What kind of criminal was he? Stealing cars mainly. I would say in like break-ins, house break-ins. Kind of petty things, if anything. Hold on one second. Let me get back up. I saw another question here. Let me see. Oh, okay. I think it was a drug question, or someone made a point about the drugs. Yeah, that actually, out of character, I was kind of flipping the fuck out for a second. So if you didn't see, there was a point where I think Chatter called the cops saying that he was hallucinating or seeing aliens, and like EMS came, and then he's like, "Yeah, we need police here as well." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And cops did show up. So TJ like turned his back to the cops because they're not gonna notice him with a jacket and a hoodie on. When his back turned to him. So I was like, like this can go really bad, and it potentially could have ruined like the entirety of the arc, like there, right? Imagine if the cops pull up and they're like, all right, well, let's go search them, yada yada, and there's TJ being detained. That may have killed the arc right there. So out of character, I was kind of freaking the fuck out. I was like, yo, he cannot be caught right now. He cannot be caught. You think if TJ had ever shared the part of his past with Barry? I don't know, Books. That's a little different. They never asked, truthfully. TJ's relationship with Barry is obviously something that's strong. TJ's relationship with D is out of convenience, I guess, for D, the best way I put it. So when it's convenient to call him TJ as quote unquote son, he'll do it. Outside of that, he'll completely ignore him and will never say it. So that is a relationship of convenience. So if Barry asked, he would have said it for sure. I would never see D trying to get to know TJ. Part of the conversation, probably about 2 weeks ago, of TJ trying to ask D about cars, was an attempt to actually try to get to know him a little bit better, and to see if that relationship could have actually started. And I think we all kind of saw where that went. So I don't think there was really any hope for that relationship, truthfully. Even if I couldn't have like a normal conversation and, kind of peace out. So I tried, more so than anything else. I tried. Anyway, TJ calling BBMC out on it and confronting them would be an interesting way to go. TJ has never had a deep conversation with them. Would be interesting. I don't think TJ would do very well in that conversation, truthfully. So you kind of think of like in dynamics, right? So I do a lot with business stuff. In my day-to-day job, I deal a lot with a lot of people that do contracting and a lot of kind of big money contracts. And part of the deal that you get is a number of power by you. So to have potentially 5 or 6 people around you, and TJ has a 1, there is not enough influence for TJ to influence 6 people around him, right? So it's usually you meet numbers with numbers, and business wise, and so to have that conversation and try to call them out would go absolutely poorly. He's in a negative position to begin with. There is no way that would work. What do you think life would be for TJ now if he had never met Barry? Have it evolve? Probably, I don't know, probably he'd be at this point promoted about 2 or 3 different times and would be taking PD a lot serious, or a lot more serious, but at the same time, he'd probably be more CG affiliated than anything, I would say. TJ has kind of a mutual respect with from CG. I think we kind of saw that today. It's always been there. He treats them fairly at the same time. Like, it's both, like, I never give them a benefit of the doubt in a situation. Like, I don't go easy on them because frankly you can't, and they'll take that as an advantage. But at the same time, if a situation's over, there's a mutual respect from both sides. So if anything, I think he would have been a little bit closer to CG side than anything else. TJ should involve Hubcap. Barry values the relationship as well. I actually did go down to Dean's world and tried to find him. I could not find him. Could not find Hubcap. I tried that. How long did it take for me to get my degree? 6 years. I did not get a bachelor. I went straight from high school to doctorate. So 6 years. So I do not have a bachelor's degree. Speaking of which, my MBA stuff starts this week as well. Awkward. So I got to do some classwork this semester. The one time the old man isn't around, I know he's usually at Burger Shot. I know that he is usually at Dean's World. He does performances. So I didn't get to see him, unfortunately. All right. Any other questions before maybe, I mean, you can start asking questions as well. If I might throw on Monster Hunter. Do you actually want me to play Monster Hunter at all? I don't know. I can just have a conversation to stream, and we can just have a just talk, you and I have no idea. I mean, I'm perfectly fine just chilling here. Up to you. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of up to you guys too. I figure why not just chill and let's just talk. Any hope for the outcome of this arc? I don't know. I have no idea what I would expect from the outcome of this arc to be. How long do I want to go on? I really don't think that's for me to decide, truthfully. I mean, part of that is what I can decide it to be. But I also don't want to drag it out. Like, I don't want to be like, how do I want to say it? Like, I don't want to be like an attachment type thing. Like the overly attached, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing where it's just like, I'm trying to force this on someone. So I don't want that to happen. That is, I don't want to try to force that RP on anyone. If it happens, it happens. So yeah, yo, Card Trick, thanks for the gift of sub to Thad68. Appreciate that. Will TJ's deeper voice stay? I don't know. I don't know. These are all things, like I said, these are all things I haven't really considered. I've considered, but like, it all depends the route that I take him. If I go the revenge arc, I don't know, maybe. If I make it go back to the way it was, yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I don't know at what point. I think something would have to trigger, or something would have to happen, and I don't know what that is, for it to be like TJ's getting enjoyment again, right? So you kind of think of it in perspective, like, how do I enjoy TJ? Not like me personally. How does TJ regain that in his life, right? So you kind of think of it like, here's CJ, and like his enjoyment's like basically being sucked out of him, right? So he feels empty. So what's gonna put it back in and be like, if Pez is here, don't say a dick, by the way. Because I know that's some shit that you'd say. How do you put that back into him so that he regains, or actually that might be a custard thing, truthfully. How do you put that back into what he feels right now? Barry said the L word, never says the L word. I know. I was very impressed with his tone that he took it, and the way that he brought that conversation to the point where there were times, like, I was not prepared to have that conversation yet. I was not prepared. Sorry, just kind of like moving up. And so there was probably some awkward, I won't say awkward silences, but there's definitely some silences where I'm running through lines in my head of what points I want to make. And I wasn't sure how to go with it yet. Go Spiders, class 2007 here. Hey, go Spiders. Actually, I didn't go to Richmond. My nephew is there. He plays on the baseball team there. He's a pitcher. So I really like the campus, by the way. Yeah. Give me a sec. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Sorry if I'm missing any questions. Are you really Barry giving one call? Are you I do. I miss that conversation. I miss kind of the back and forth. 100%. Will TJ detach from the rest of BBMC, such as Stevie, Jordan, Edbert? For those who stood by and watched. So Stevie did contact TJ via text and said that she was sorry to hear what had happened to TJ, and kind of wanted to apologize for it. I kind of gave kind of a ruthless response back, kind of dark TJ response, but it wasn't like a I accept your apology response. It was more of a I considered you family, or I considered the club family response, and that shouldn't happen. That was cold and deliberate type of thing. I think that's kind of the words I used there. I'm trying to think of the exact response. I don't remember exactly what I sent over, but Liv texted and Stevie both texted. So Liv said that she found out from Stevie. Is Liv forever gone from BBMC? Like, is she just like out? No, actually, you know what? Don't tell me. I know she's out, but I don't know if she's ever coming back. All right. Sorry, I'm scrolled way back up again. Too late I asked. I know, hold on. I'm like probably 200 messages back trying to get to old questions. Yeah, so I think I'd answer the question. I really said I'm Barry only giving you one call. No, but yes. The light sync with that was actually fucking ridiculous, by the way. That was kind of fucking creepy, not gonna lie. I think, so all right, I think TJ just wants from Barry the fact that
he realizes that he's being stepped on, as in Barry. And I don't want him to. I want him to realize that. So it's not like he's asking him to do anything, right? He sent the text, "Are you a follower or a leader?" As a hint that he wants him to take a little bit more ownership in the actions around him. So that's that was the text. BT dubs. Where was I at? Did you definitely prepare for that? Wouldn't have been prepared. Yeah, I know. I wasn't prepared either. TJ was not prepared. Chat, I'm literally like way the hell back up. The wrong thing. Oh, I think we're good. You leave, you can't ever come back. Gotcha. Oh, let me see if I can do it again. Like, I don't even know how I did the laugh. It was like, I can't even think. Listen, there's method acting, and like you kind of have to feel it. I can't just do it. I can't just be like, "Yo, let me do." It was. You talk about trust. You've got to figure out your own things before you feel about mine. Something like that. I don't know. It's very like situational. Yeah, it's super up to the mic, by the way, and kind of like more throaty than anything else. I mean, what do you want me? Want to do the actual clown laugh too? Hello. I can't do that one in that situation. You know, like that doesn't make sense for it. Joining chatter. The dark clown laugh is I've been told it's a Mark Hamill. Is Bailey gonna retire? Oh yes, he will. Yeah. Yeah. I am not running again on Bailey for many reasons. Many reasons. In character and out of character. Mainly out of character than anything, truthfully. I hate scheduling. I hate everything to do with scheduling. Their scheduling sucks. Bench trials that go on forever suck. And I'm not gonna lie, like I used to have a lot of fun with bench trials, but they were a lot shorter. They weren't as petty. This wasn't just like this one, right? So like thinking back to like 2.0, I used to have some really good bench trials then. But man, I feel like half of them that I get as Bailey, people are just really pissed off. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. It's like, here's someone coming pissed off at you, and you're now have to deal with your problems. You're inheriting their problems, and it's, I don't know, it is emotionally draining at times. And 4-hour bench trial, not good. I don't know. I think the whole Senate thing, I thought was gonna be okay. Kind of really killed my desire to do DOJ RP anymore. Not gonna lie. Not to say the Senate's bad or anything else or anything individually against any of the people in it. Just this
6 months revolving door is not good. Every 2 months you get 3 new judges in, where you get situations and mistakes that are just like things that you want to prevent. All right, so let me take this for example, right? You go back to like when we had a full roster and we were kind of just a DOJ, right? Mistakes would happen, sure. Like I don't want to discount that. But people get really pissed at the DOJ when some like mistake or some warrant gets signed that wouldn't happen. So you're introducing the perspective of someone that's new every single 2 months, right? So here comes this new person coming in. They get a warrant, they sign it, they don't really know or how to ask the question on top of that. It's not like I'm going to sit there and teach them either. Truthfully, there is a level of competence that has to be there. And so just have this revolving door, like I get it, man. Like you got to have the RPs around it, but you also have to have like some level of semblance to like know what the fuck is going on. Excuse my French. And so that is to see people get really upset and just hear be like, oh, DOJ fucked up, fuck the DOJ, yada yada. You know, like we already got that before, but like now it's even worse. One of the first conversations I had back in as Bailey was like, hey, we really need you back right now. I'm like, I don't want to come back. Like, literally, the first conversation I got, I think, was from Anna, is like, listen, you need to be back because the DOJ is not in a good spot. I wonder why. Am I gonna call Barry before he calls me? Probably not. I don't think that is. I don't know. I actually thought about this for a second before. Yo, Jackie, thanks for the sub to Verbal Slap. Appreciate that. So I thought about this before, and that's almost why. That's basically kind of why I called. That's why I called Francis back. Was I kind of wanted to give it time before I had them kind of go after him. But at the same time, like, how do I alert them that this is potentially going to happen before it happens? So that's why the third call to Francis was like, hey, hold off on this for a bit. Let me see if I can figure anything out. So that's why that conversation happened. I don't know. I don't know if I want him to call it because that kind of defeats the purpose of the conversation I had with him, right? No, absolutely, Jackus. Yeah, thank you, Grim. Appreciate that. Books. Dundee would be the type of person that would bring that immediately to the PD and be like, fire him. Can't do that. But I've thought about it. So it's like, how do you bring that in to the conversation and let them know that's going to potentially happen? So it's hard. Because I want to let them know that it might be happening. Payphone call? Yeah, I thought about it. I have thought about that. Potentially doing like a voice changer. Yo, what it is. You thought motherfucking TJ Walker was clean? Nah, CG's coming after your ass in a minute. What you did just fucked him up. About to fuck you up. Leave a note in the Billy. Have considered breaking into Barry's house and leaving a note. That has already been an option. So the other option, like I said, there's so many options I feel like I have here. Is do y'all remember the note that I took from Pond about the things that Dundee did to her? So that was gonna be part of the potential Norman thing. So I still have the note, right? And I was essentially gonna do the exact thing that Pond described to TJ with Norman in the background. I don't know. I don't know. I'm killing you. I know. I know. Would TJ torture someone like that though? That's heavy. I don't know. I mean, TJ just considered taking morphine and is completely dark as hell. So, what do you think, actually? I mean, potentially, yes. He's willing to lose his job. He's willing to potentially, quote unquote, kill people, right? Then why wouldn't he do that? He's got nobody around him. He's left to his own devices and potential of drugs at this point. Like, yeah, he's fucked up. He's so to say that he wouldn't do that might be a stretch. Yo, Blazin', thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. Seriously.
I love TJRP. It has opened up so much RP possibilities.
Has anyone
Love
from
TJ
PD
son of
reached
Barry
out?
Benson, that's also a cop.
No. Not really. Not really. I've hinted it a few times to them. I had Anita the other day towards the end of her stream. Kind of have a quick conversation with her. So if you guys missed that TJ sighting, there was a conversation between Anita and TJ, but it wasn't really like too fulfilling per se in terms of things that you probably hadn't heard already. I think this was yesterday. He was in the PD. I spy TJ Walker's new favorite pastime. I know. TJ doesn't get enough love. I mean, yo, listen, I don't play him to be like loved in PD. I honestly could care less about what happened in PD with TJ because, frankly, I mean, I don't know. I think I talked about this before. Is that, you know, it's. I don't think they have a huge respect for. Yo, Aubrey with the 5 gifted. Thank you. One sec. Talk about that notifications. Seriously, thank you, Ari. Appreciate the 5 gifted. How you doing, by the way? Hope all's good. So because of the fact that TJ is quote unquote like the people call him the fun cop, even though he's not exactly the fun cop. He's as fair to everyone else as he is fair to anyone else. I think he suffers from kind of that, so I don't know. I don't really expect a whole lot from PD people. A lot of them are on just like a straight war path for like their own their own kind of things, and they just go from one to the next. Yo, how am I say your? I apologize if I don't say your name right. This is kind of Scragos? And how do I say your name? I apologize, but seriously, thank you for the 5 gifts on top of that. Well, I'm just trying to think of how you do SCRA, Scray, Quo, Scray Quo, Scraquo. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, like I said, I think TJ suffers from like the making everyone happy in RP, and I don't really foresee anyone truly from the PD side being involved with the arc other than maybe Bass. I think Bass gets it, so that's why I think I get along with Bass in character so much, is that we have very similar mindsets. And yeah, I think people just kind of go from one to the next, and they're super busy with everything that they don't want to take the time for it. I'm not going to force them, or I'm not going to try to put that onto them. So there's no, I don't foresee anyone from the PD actually going to him. Bass said TJ is worried about him. Yeah, and that's kind of why I wanted to have a conversation with Bass today. Unfortunately, he wasn't on or wasn't streaming. So I think out of anyone PD wise, Bass would probably be it. But at the same time, like, dude's chief of police, right? He doesn't need he doesn't need TJ's problems on top of him. So you kind of think of it, and this is kind of my fault as TJ, and myself probably OC wise too, is that I don't ride with anyone. I do a lot of bike stuff. A lot of the conversations I have with people in PD are at scenes. Some, some around the PD, but I don't per se have a quote unquote like, hey, here's a partner that you're gonna go out with this person in the PD, and that's kind of that would have to probably happen for anyone really to be effective in that conversation, right? Yo, Megan, thank you for the gift of sub, viewers. Sam, appreciate that. Carbon, no, thank you for the 6 months. Hey, congratulations on the new hat. Would TJ prepare himself in case BBMC hunts him again? Well, it's actually funny. So, because TJ is not on duty, and only Barry knows what he looks like, I don't think they're gonna hunt him. Well, if they did, they don't know what to look for, right? He hasn't met with anyone else except for Barry. So unless for some reason Barry tells him what TJ looks like, there's no possible way they're really gonna hunt him. And also, I essentially have an advantage now, right? If I would do anything, ball's in my court, right? Instead of being a police officer or doing something that while on duty, if I want to do something that I would potentially think about for the arc wise, and initiate it, that's going to be coming as a surprise to them, right? So instead of, if they would essentially try to hunt him again, he's got a leg up. I mentioned this in a relationship to a fic idea. The keys are visible in the public MDW now if they wanted to know that TJ was at Emma's. Fair. Can you see on the MDW though that who shares the property? I don't know. So they can they go and be like, hey, Cougar Ave number 3 is also Well, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Now you're giving me options I gotta play with at this point. What are the odds of them thinking to do that though? Probably kind of high. I mean, at the same time, like, what's their reasoning? What would be their reasoning for hunting TJ again? I don't see a reason for them to want to do that right now, right? Like, what would be the reason? Hey, we literally just hunted him and shot him, right? Think of this from like a timeline, right? Shootout. Okay? Shootout. They go to jail. They get pissed. Kidnap TJ. Shoot TJ. ICU TJ. What has happened from ICU TJ to current TJ? Right? Current TJ has only interacted with Barry and Chowder. I guess Stevie. But he's done nothing to them. I mean, I guess if you want to say finish the job, sure. Congratulations, I bring up another fucking perma roll on screen and go through it again. Excuse me if I fall asleep. I don't like repeat RP situations or scenarios. Like, that's not interesting to me. We'll probably get a 1 instead of 11. You know what? 5 head. I reversed the permit and the roll this time. Our permit and live. Oh, thank you, Seringo. I need a reverse card. I do have a reverse card. Let me just Uno reverse the roll. And then I can never use it again. I think Eric Dundee might do so if he found TJ sent CG after them. His paranoia would likely compel him to do so, at least in character. He would also try to manipulate Barry into believing that's by setting CG after BMC, TJ has been put down for good of the club. I mean, yeah, that's easy to see. 100%. But at the same time, doesn't this invalidate kind of his thought of TJ is just a cop? Just a cop that is now willing to get fired or quit the PD to make a statement? Doesn't that just invalidate the whole reason of shooting him? So now he's an active threat instead of a passive threat. So one is caused by the other, right? So them going to jail is caused by them shooting cops, right? They created that own threat. TJ was shot because he put them in jail. And that was basically it, right? Now if TJ becomes an active threat, I don't know. Is TJ taking street drugs? No comment. He's bought them. He's bought 3 things of metamorphine. 1 he put into the box. 1 he gave to Chatter. And the 3rd he put on the ground and Chatter picked up. No, take me to space. I don't think there's any scenario where he's okay with that, by the way. So Even if TJ got fired, I don't know if Dundee would ever be okay with TJ if ever came into Barry's life. No, I don't think they're. That's why. This is why it kind of sucks for the situation, because like if he didn't get shot, there at least was a potential that TJ would leave PD at some point anyway. Even though you guys didn't want it, but I'm kind of thinking about this more is like, or even I really didn't want it, but there's still at least a situation or scenario. And then yes, we talk about like, oh, an ex-cop going to be part of BBMC type of thing. Like I get that, and the respect with it, yada yada. At least there's an avenue there. Now rather, there is no avenue there at least. So, yeah, I don't think that he would ever be respected or allowed back into that. Colin used to be a PI. Yeah, I know, but that's, I mean, he wanted to be a cop, right? I don't know. He did, right. He's got DOC. That's why Colin dislikes TJ, because TJ made as a cop, Colin didn't. Nah. I have no idea why they actually hate each other. Truthfully, the first time I encountered Colin, so do y'all remember a shootout where Ripley put like 4 of them down with a shotgun because he flanked them? It was like on the steps of Bob Smith PD. You remember that? That was the first time I met Colin as a character. The first time. And I think it was just because like, oh, there's Barry's son. I have no idea why anything stemmed from there. But that was the first time. That kind of Colin was so funny. Hey, listen, I do enjoy the conversations with Colin, all right? As TJ. They're a little, you know, they could be dicey, they could be whatever. There's a little bit of a rivalry, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Niffler, that's exactly it though, right? And so I think a lot of what this this arc is supposed to be is to not only see someone as a badge, but outside of that, right? So we've made it the point multiple times in RP to say, hey, TJ is a person, right? And they will only see him as a cop. So what happens now if TJ does some shit that he's not a cop, right? Oh, okay. Now it's a little different. Yo, Sin Cypher, I'm not sure if I missed yours before. Thank you for the resub for 4 months. Appreciate that. Some BBMC also don't like seeing TJ take great attention from the club. I mean, how much attention does he truly take from him? I mean, I'll have maybe 1 to 2 calls a night for like 5 minutes. Right? That's it. Yeah, well, thank you, Tridigi. I appreciate that. Also appreciate all the art that you put into it as well, seriously. Oh, I was gonna bring up the art channel again. Dude, freaking Gecko, ridiculous by the way. Again, because I just had that one up on my screen. If you haven't seen it, freaking ridiculous by the way. Give me a sec. And bring it up on the other one. You guys have absolutely been killing it with art. I mean, seriously. I love like kind of the goth emo look TJ over here. Believe me, I've never really been like a goth or emo type person. So it's kind of actually fun to play that, not gonna lie. Rebby had this one today. This really reminded me of one that I had, and I said this kind of in Discord. It reminds me of one that I had done as a kid. The same type of style, like that graphite / like charcoal as base with it. Really cool. So you can see like his hair is like a mess with it. It's not like neatly kept and everything else. So really cool. No emo phase in high school? No, I did not have an emo phase. I mean, I listened to like Linkin Park and stuff like that when I was in like high school. This one's really cool. A little dark. I always have to like kind of maximize it to see it, but really cool with that. This actually reminds me of a lot of Archer's style as well. Really cool though. By the way, so I'm gonna kind of zoom up in this area. So I don't know if you guys realize, but this actually isn't a, I mean, it's in the photo here. But on TJ, this is not a turtleneck, by the way. So it's actually an option for like makeup, basically, or so it's him covering up the goldfish tattoo. So that is not a turtleneck in character. No, you'll see it next time you go back and look at there's like photos, right? And you'll see like it's not the same turtleneck that he has. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. Hold on. Give me a sec. I told you, I try to take as much as I can into like consideration. Like the small things are what make it. And if you don't realize them, I think that's what just makes it that much better. By the way, y'all have been blowing up my Twitter, which is kind of ridiculous to see. Every time I log on Twitter, I see like 14 to 15 notifications, which I've never seen before in my life, by the way. Let me see if I can find it. There was like a close-up. It might have been you, Tridigi, that put the close-up on there. Let me see. Oh, Card Trick, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that. All right, yeah, it was yours. Okay. Let me go back to it. All right. So, you know, this is not a turtleneck. He has no, there's like no clothes here, right? This is actually like straight covered up for the goldfish tattoo. So yeah, that's truly intentional. It's all like a black like makeup cover up. So why don't you just keep stomping on it? I'm telling you, like, I've tried to put a lot of thought into this, and that's why I was kind of like, fuck, man, like, this war is killing me right now. Because, I mean, I don't know, I try to do it as serious as I can, like, the war is just, like, fucking that over. Yeah, this one was sick, by the way. I really like this style. And especially with like the background on it, really cool style to this. I had to take a second though. I wasn't sure if I'm guessing obviously this is, I have to assume this is Barry and like TJ kind of like going at each other. I wasn't sure if this was like the quote unquote good TJ with the tattoo wearing Barry's hat, or if this was like Barry and TJ. But I guess I came to my own conclusion it was Barry and TJ. Kind of like back to back with each other. Really like the freaking style of this. Really cool. I think it even looks better with like the background, and kind of like Discord, where it's just like that, like the transparent background style. So really cool. Yeah, Soapy with the dog. Really cute. Monkey with the kind of angels and demons side to it. You have the light, I love you, and then the other side to do it. Then with the clown mask on top of it. I wasn't sure if Smiley was supposed to be TJ's clown name to it, but yeah, it's Spooky with the had the mini wizard on here on top of it. I saw this actually, by the way. God, I really would have loved to use that in character. Imagine if I could have like put this into a note and put it into Barry's house. That would have been ridiculous. But I didn't want to use anything out of character. If you're TJ Prince art, like I said, there's always hope. I don't know. This was really cool as well. Like they're determined, and he hears do it, and they just kind of like comes to the conclusion that's gonna happen. Very cool, Prism. Yeah. Everyone looks so like down and dejected on this one. Like they're obviously leaving it like, oh shit, what do we just do? Right? Oh dude, this one hit hard actually. That's yeah, definitely that one's powerful right there. That one's powerful. Like the I don't know what to do anymore, and I mean that's like real. Yeah, Spoon with dude, these were really good. I like these. I really like those. Yo, Big Nick, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. The just chilling out pizza party thing, the Roo. You have the club members over here. What I'm not sure what this one is. They look like they're just kind of like running down the street, and then obviously like the TJ with the 100 on his quiz. Really cool. I saw the edits. The alternate timeline where TJ's taken to a cabin and meant to repair the relationship with Barry. Oh, D and Pez the street sandwich shots. Gotcha. Dude, and I just gotta once again say, I think I said this last time, this is an absolutely freaking ridiculous art, by the way. So much respect for that. Just the level of detail that you go into that is phenomenal. I mean, smallest detail is shading. Really well done. Really well done. You know, freaking well played. Well played. There's the animation from K's. This is kind of it reminds me of like an introduction to like a sitcom type of thing. Can you hear the sound on it? Oh, come on, stop loading. Yeah, it reminds me of like a sitcom like intro. Someone pointed out that It actually lands on a 9 on this, but yeah, the 11. Technically, I guess it should be flipped, but yeah, no, for purposes of it being there. I Monkey with a song, yo, that was that was deep right there. Never really had a song written about the characters, so that, I mean, that was really cool. I like that. I had to think about that, and I was like, how would this go like in my mind? Really cool, by the way. Oh, Boxy's edit as well. If you haven't taken a look, take a look at Boxy's edit. I think that probably was a lot better than mine, truthfully. Boxy did a really good job with that. I think he captured a lot more of the timeline and the relationship of what happened between them and kind of the build up between it. So if you haven't seen that, go take a look at that. Boxy did a really good job at it. Oh yeah, Archer's point over here. This dude, I just really like this style of work. I think Archer does a phenomenal job with this as well. It's kind of got like that anime-esque style to it, and really good, really good. Mad props. Fanfic, also in Discord as well. Books puts a lot of fanfics in here as well. Looks his headcanon stuff. Check the pins. I think that we've put this, the why me, yes, 100%. But also I think TJ will be hearing the do it, right? Having do it kind of like go play back in his head, so you kind of look from like each side, be like do it, do it, do it, do it, you know, like that. Yeah. Really good though. Niflick, jeez. Yeah, that was really well done as well, Niflick, by the way. I checked the meme channel recently. No, not yet. Not yet. I think I showed this one before, Monkey. I thought it was really good too. Actually, I did. I think I am caught up for where I was. I remember, I think, doing this on the Bailey stream. I thought it was all super good with it. Happy TJ. Oh man. Meme channel. All right, hold on. We have the meme channel. Oh, I have seen these. I didn't show them on stream though. A heart of 12 pills falling, buries one rule and leaving TJ alone. I know. Actions have consequences. Actually, this should be changed to. Hold on, let me think about this. This should be the TJRP BBMC war. Barry going this way. I saw a lot of these. Some of these are freaking ridiculous. Yep. Oh man. BBMC is accepting that as TJ as a cop said there was peace. The value of Barry's feelings. They wouldn't just shoot TJ clearly. Maybe they'll confess in time to avoid drama. They respect each other. Civil war definitely won't happen. It won't. Oh boy. Full clown there. No, I don't think they'll probably civil war at all. I feel like that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen like 2 days ago or earlier today. But yeah, I think the effect of the RP has kind of died from today. So in the war stuff, I actually saw Mandam in RP because TJ is aware they're at war. And he saw Patar's Range Rover and stopped them and gave them Some possible advice on the white building, the tall white one. Seriously? Yep. That definitely happened. Yes, that happened today. That happened today. I think that was right after the Francis call. I don't know. I'm assuming Patar was streaming. I have no idea. Oh, a lot of these are the waiting ones. Yeah, yeah. Then you trying to think of way. Barry, tell TJ. I know. Some of these are kind of like, when was it gonna happen? Was it gonna happen? But I mean, part of that is, to be fair, Basil with COVID, so I can't really fault them too much on that. Is that a new one? Oh, I saw this. The war one, I saw this earlier today. I think this is on, did you put this on Twitter too? I think I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, that's where I saw it. Okay. Oh yeah. Yes, I did run out of pins, by the way, Spooky. So if I go to like down here, I try to like pin this. So, pin. I get this. Rip. Unfortunate. Yo, Nifla, actually, a fun thing. I don't know if you guys heard about this. So Taco Bell has, I know you just kind of said that. Taco Bell apparently has a subscription. For a taco a day. $10 a month, a taco a day. So apparently you can get multiple tacos, or sorry, multiple subscriptions. Is it $30 for one taco a day? I thought it was $10. Was it 30? All right, anyway, it's $1 a taco, I guess. But if you get multiple of them, technically you get 3 tacos a day. You can literally survive eating 3 tacos. I mean, not that you want. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Someone can make a post with links to each of the picture in Discord. You can pin it with that one post that has all the links. Yeah, no, absolutely. I could do that probably as well. I might have to ask someone to do that, truthfully. Okay. Books, you got that. All right, fair enough. Thank you, Books. I appreciate that. I'll just pin that up there. And then I might just go ahead and maybe I'll put the art full back to art and then transfer the other one back over. Yeah, that 50 blocks sucks. I don't understand why they have that, but anyway. It's not even like I can boost the server for more pins. I don't know. I like scrolling down and looking at the different pin messages we have on there. It kind of gives me of a realization of like where we were and like where we've came from the RP perspective. Sorry, my voice is kind of going again. I don't think I talked this much during a normal stream, by the way. So me just doing like a just chatting stream is a little out there. I don't think we'll probably get the Monster Hunter tonight. I think we'll just probably chill and just talk for a while. I'm okay with that. I think, but yeah, like look to see where we came from with like the art channel. Hold on, let me go back to it. So if you kind of look at the start of it, you know, like all the way back from the initial TJ drawings to Venom Flies. Oh my god. did you? Oh God. To see how this has changed, right? To see how that's changed. Yo, Secretly a Crow, thank you for the resub. Wait, tier 3? Hello? Hell yeah. Yo, thanks for the holy shit, tier 3 resub. Damn, I feel like I gotta get some. I feel like I have to get like a golden emote for tier 3 and put it up there. Holy shit, thank you. That was way too kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God. I mean, you look back at all these, right? And it's like, yo, have a good night, Ari. Appreciate you being here again. Thank you. TJ was here. Man, how many times have we done that? That's what kind of makes like this arc that much worse, is that you kind of think back of like all different different things that we have done, and just kind of like small rivalry type things that are gone, right? So that's what makes it kind of like that much harder with it. The conversation at the top of the hill with D and Barry after the C4 incident, I think, which I believe this is where it said don't. This where he said don't lay a son on my, or don't lay a hand on my son type of thing. I don't know what this was. I forget what exactly happened here, but I'm pretty sure they had a conversation there. Which once again, you know, freaking ridiculously well done. Oh no. Oh no. Stabby chunk. Oh yay. Seriously, super well done, you know. Yo, I remember this, like, this was I remember back like when this happened, I was still like shaking a few days out, almost like shaking, but I was just like super happy that we won that. This was like coming into it, you know, it was like, all right, you have some really good shooters, you have some really good people that work together for jobs. They have a lot of conversations, like they know how each other works. And here we are as a pug of Ace, Sexton, myself, and Bass. I mean, we work together, but we don't have like the utmost greatest comms, right? And so for us to like go and win that, which was probably the underdog of the tournament, to be completely honest, like, I don't know, I really like that. So I thought that was a really cool moment for this. And yeah. That was really cool. Yeah, TJ won the tournament. I think they did 2 tournaments after that. I don't think they made it past the first round. Quick little portrait art boxy. Cast with the I think this is water. What's this style? I don't know this style. Is this like a water painting style? Water. Is TJ wearing Barry's hat with it? Oh man. Yo, Prism, imagine this photo as like the dark TJ right now, by the way. Y'all notice that? Gotcha. Yeah, Pixel Sugar with the motorbike. Yeah, that would make, I'm just gonna say, Prism, this would, like, this redone as like the dark TJ, just like the recoloring of the eyes. Holy shit. I mean, it's already got like a lot of it there. Oh, this is a C4. This is a C4 in Pillbox, I believe. Dakota. Jeez. I mean, this is like literally walk down memory lane all over again. Yeah, this is all C4 stuff. Oh man, then we're kind of back to where we were with it. Emotional terrorism. I know. I mean, I look at that a lot. Like, I'm serious with this. Is that you guys do these, and I'm sure it takes you a lot of time to do them, and I honestly respect the hell out of everyone for like putting the time and effort in doing these because seriously, like, it takes a lot of time, right? I mean, that's not just like y'all putting a few minutes into it, and for y'all to like dedicate that time to the situations and scenarios that we create within RP, and the characters, like that means a lot, Y'all could be doing basically anything else with your time, and so I mean, I see these things, and I mean, ridiculous. So I really do appreciate them. Every time I see them, it's just like, I mean, that's why I pin them too, right? So I can go back and look at them. Really cool. Thank you. Is there a possibility TJ ever joined the clown family? I mean, the clown has always kind of been more of like a meme. It was mainly just kind of fuck around with Chatterbox, and because I knew how to do the voice, I kind of did it. Holy shit, Anno. That is ridiculous. And seriously, like 30 hours and tried to do it. Holy shit. Believe me, like, that's super humbling. Super humbling, seriously. So I mean, yeah, the clown family thing was more of like this to fuck around with chatter. Would he join the clown? I mean, I don't know if his RP would go in the way of like doing the funhouse stuff. Unless it was to like targeted people, right? So people that probably TJ had thought that probably deserves it, instead of like, let me just bring a bunch of people up. I don't know how Chatter does it now. So TJ is very much about kind of the retribution against other individuals that have wronged him, than anything else, right? So that's why I would be on the fence to be like, oh, hey, let me bring TJ to the clown family. Is like, I want it to be targeted more than random, per se. That's why, I mean, personally, my own RP wise, I would much rather enjoy Banks and Jobs racing, with some relationships outside to this. I mean, not relationship, but like more I don't know, like maybe business side to it than anything else. I think if you would probably put, if I had the opportunity to go back and make a criminal from the start of the server, which I really put a I put a hold on RP from 2.0 to 3.0. I was really burnt out at end of 2.0, from all the shootouts. And I love shootouts, but I don't like the toxicity that usually comes with them. If I had to put or compare my character to another character, I would probably put it maybe to like maybe Pez's side. Kind of along that alignment, right? So he had the business side to it, plus the club side to it. Not that it would be secretive, I guess, per se. I'd kind of see like that as TJ or as a criminal side character. That's more of what I would probably see myself in enjoying. But yeah, now the Cody side of it, yeah, I know. I guess it's coming full circle, right? You got Dark TJ, which I don't even, y'all term him Dark TJ, so I mean, I guess I'm just embracing it at this point. But yeah. Go back to the question here. Did you expect Francis to respond the way he did with CG backing TJ today? Yeah, kind of, actually. As much as Francis and TJ kind of go at each other, there is a mutual respect for each other. I think that anything RP wise that TJ would do with Francis, Coyle will probably go along with it because I think he'll get something out of it, and we'll try to make it enjoyable for each other. So yeah, I fully actually expected probably Francis to help him out at some point. I tried to have the conversation at a point to be kind of serious, which Francis isn't serious, but I think he got the message when he called it back, and he was like, all right, what's going on? Like, what's happening? You know? So yeah, CG likes CJ a lot. Listen, you know, and I think that's kind of like the same thing I see with BBMC wise too, right? There's a mutual respect between both of them. I try to get that with a lot of the groups, right? I've RP'd with CG for a long time. I remember in 2.0 actually that I was mainly just a judge at this point, so I wasn't a cop yet. We were fucking around with Rami, and he had like these gems or portraits or whatever. Vulture culture wasn't a thing, but he was spending tons and tons of money on whatever it was, right? Like something that was rare that you can only have one-of-ones. Like he won all the one-of-ones that were in the server of like items. And I remember playing a prank on him, and it was with Mr. K, myself, Brian. Brian wrote a fake warrant. Well, I basically wrote it for him. And Mr. K orchestrated like getting it to Rami, and that we're gonna raid Rami over like these items, saying that they were stolen and everything else. And the Rami like freaked out. And then at the bottom of the warrant had like a "you got played" in like 2-point font. And so there's actually like cam of him just like freaking out, like, all right, you know. So I like to have fun with the people I'm around. I'm not always stupid serious, right? I think that's, you know, we go back to it, right? That's probably why TJ isn't, you know, promoted or anything else like that, because he likes to have fun with people. So TJ want BBMC to go down? No. I mean, I think I would just rather them acknowledge what had happened instead of actually I don't want anything. I'm not requesting anything. I'm not want anything from it. It was handed to me, right? Like this is RP that was handed to me. I don't know. I think I just want to have them understand that as a cop, not all cops are the same. And that we go back to that same conversation. don't hunt cops for the purpose of hunting them. And if you lump them all together, that's what sucks, right? So that's, I guess, basically the entirety of the message with CG as well. If I would bring them in on TJ's side, is you got to realize that y'all kind of fucked up with this. And you really, I want to say, I don't want them to pay per se. I don't want them to go to war or like, I mean, maybe a quick conversation, but like, hey, listen, you realize what y'all did? And to say that I'm just a cop is false. And I'm willing to do what it takes, basically, for you to understand that. If it meant him losing his job, or if it meant him taking someone else and like doing something with him, is that he's willing to go that route if need be. It's easy to forget he tried. The book Poison was more SBS in my mind. I don't know if they want to take it for more than that, what it is, that's fine. The way that the book was described to TJ is that it just makes you pass out. It's not trying to kill anyone. When he got the book, the conversation was like, yeah, it might make you feel sick for a second. It doesn't, you'll feel fine afterwards, but you're going to have to go to the hospital after for a bit. So it was never meant to be anything serious with it. It was never meant to be much more than, I guess, what it was. Whatever. It was not meant to be more than that, other than just kind of straight SBS type of thing. The Crimson CPD isn't the gang. If you're repping a jacket or chain, you'll fuck up if it falls in your gang. Right. And I understand that. And that's why Hell Week sucks. That's why anything of killing cops suck. Y'all say like, all right, take a step back for a second. Y'all say like CG going after a group. Imagine if you had to deal with CG every single night. I'm sorry. Like, I like CG. I have a good time with them. But if you want to say like they don't want to wake up or it doesn't make it fun for them, imagine I have to deal with them every day, right? If you see PD as a gang, I literally do it every day that I'm in the server with them, right? On top of the Fingles, on top of the Blocks, on top of the Littlemans, on top of PD's internal strife, right? So not only do you have everyone else, you've got your own people. That's why it's like you're being pulled in 50 different directions as a cop, and you're battling 50 different groups. The biggest common enemy is the PD. And when the PD is like 10 to 15 people, how's that truly different from like CG's whose roster is 10 to 15 people, right? So like people don't go to war with CG, but they go to war with the cops. So the only difference is it's not really a money drain on any of us. Where it's a money drain on them. Yeah, exactly, Nick. I agree. So, you know, I think from perspectives of people not wanting to war with other people, it's definitely founded. But that's also part of being a cop. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Crims do work much harder for it, and PD has it all. Sure, 100%. I want that. I wouldn't want like a full blown war. If anything, it wasn't just gonna be like, oh, hey, let's just fuck them up. I'd rather actually have CG like. Actually, I'm not gonna get into it because I have thoughts and plans. I don't want to spoil too much if it does go that route. So.
Does CJ know that Dundee's terrifies CG? No, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. No idea. It's just that CG is probably the closest group outside of BBMC to TJ, and there is a mutual understanding between them. That's fine. You can agree or not to agree with it. You know what? That's entirely someone else's decision. If you know, everyone has their opinions with it, and I'll respect the opinions of it. You know what? I think for my character, I can't go against BBMC individually. Should it not be repaired? So I need to ask for help. PD's not going to help. Who's the next person that would help? You got to think of it as resource wise, right? Like, who else could I get? PD's not going to do it unless I literally take it upon the initiative to have them like rated and do everything legally. If I do it illegally, who am I going to get? Right? I don't know. You know, like that's where you have to come with the opinion of it. I think you also have to consider though, it's not just like that they're going to war with him now. It's not like this is happening now. It's on hold, so it's an option. It's not full commit. I think that's the I don't know. I don't know if we're on two separate levels with it, but it's an open door. It's not that I've stepped into it and closed it, right? So yeah, no, like I said, I wouldn't want a full war or anything with it. I don't even care. Like, I mean, I could have him literally like, hey, go put your guns away. I just want to have a conversation with them and have, you know, people to enforce it. I can't do that individually. They can. Right? So, I don't know. That's fine. We're all never going to agree on the same thing, and that's perfectly okay. I try to do that on RP. It doesn't work. And I encourage other people to have different opinions of it. And I think that's what makes it better, truthfully. I don't need everyone thinking the same way as everyone else. I'm not, you know, disagreeing is healthy with it. So, did I see the Basil clip? Actions have consequences. No. If he hates wars, why did he set one up with Mandam? Would TJ rather leave the police force and get help from potentially CG, or stay in the force and do whatever he can? I don't think that it has to hurt anyone. I think that's kind of the option, or that's the kind of thing here, right? I want to be clear. Like, this is not the only option is not for someone to get hurt or to get shot, because I think just shooting someone is lazy RP, truthfully. I mean, not saying that the way that they were doing it was wrong whatsoever, because I'm not. There was a build up somewhat to it. I think warring for the purpose of warring or shooting is just, I don't like that. I would rather extend situations and scenarios out. So, I don't know. I don't know. This is RP check. Actually, let's go. Hold on.
Hope Whippy didn't schedule a race yet. hope Whippy didn't schedule a race. Chat.
Is that really the #1 priority of all this? Man, I hope this doesn't affect
Bruh.
Whippy racing Tony to see which of my favorite streamers is the better.
Oh no.
Oh my god. This is not me, chat. Actions have consequences. I don't give a fuck if they wants to wake up all day tomorrow and race. Tough shit. You should have shot TJ in the head. I have to remind this club one way or another that actions have consequences. If Whippy didn't schedule a race.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, like I said, I thought Bazza took it very well, RP wise, in terms of the tone that he set in the conversation. I was not expecting for him to go the way that he did, and props to him. I know that it's been said a few times that Bazza kind of stares away from some of the serious or different types of RP with it, and just wants to kind of have fun with bank busting or whatever. So props to him for taking it for what it is. Yeah, conflict RP. So gotta say props, because he did very well, and he should be commended on that, seriously. Barry's reaction to finding TJ was doing drugs is so good. I'm guessing that was a chatter conversation, because I don't think TJ had the conversation with Barry about that. I'm guessing they had to come from chatter, or Emma maybe. I don't know if Emma talked to Barry at all. I have no idea. Not that I need to know either, but I'm guessing it came from either one of them. Junior's phone call with Barry about TJ was spooky. So I'll say from I guess TJ as a cop, he probably didn't have a ton of interactions other than like a few with Junior. He probably didn't have a ton of interactions with like Edbert or Jesse. They're all kind of like here one-off things with that. He's much more had longer relationships or conversations with like Colin, Pez, Barry. I mean, D obviously. Chain here and there as well. So I still think, dude, Junior's freaking hysterical, by the way. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Jordan 2 point as well, yeah. Stevie as well in the cells, but I still think Stevie has been more limited to TJ. You gotta kind of think of like how often have they seen a lot of the characters. Junior's freaking hysterical, by the way, once again. I think that, based upon, I wouldn't have expected Junior to react, I guess, the way that Junior is going to, because I know he put a comment on my YouTube video actually of it being OOC and in character hard, which was kind of I didn't think that was I wasn't expecting that more so. I know that we've only kind of had a few interactions between each other, so I guess that goes more along like the mutual respect that I had thought that the members obviously have for TJ, I guess. So that was kind of that was good to see. I like that. CP reaching out was nice. Yeah, and I felt so bad about my response, seriously. Because I know she doesn't deserve that response, but at the same time, it's kind of pissed off TJ. So, I kind of put the guilt trip back on them with that response. So, it is what it is. Oh boy. How about we do? I'll do like another 10 minutes or so. I think we've been doing this for about 2.5 hours. I'll do about 10 minutes. If you have any other further questions, just put them in there. By the way, figure I'll end at 2.5. The badge poofing has fix it. I'm pretty sure you can get that redone. If you already have the art with it. I'm pretty sure you can just get it remade at the farmer's market. So I think it just has to be reapproved, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if he has a number for it. You have to get like an ID number, and each one has a number. I don't know how like you spawn that stuff in. I've never actually done it. I just approve it on Bailey. I've never set any of that stuff up. So I don't even know how that stuff truly works. Yeah, he should have the code. I don't know if you saved the code or not, but the code should be there. Because each one has a unique ID, right? Each item has a unique ID that has to be submitted. Anyway. And my voice is starting to hurt. That's kind of why. I seriously don't think I talked as much on a normal stream. Like, that could be 6 hours, and here we are just chatting for the entire stream at 2.5. What's the most exciting thing in the TJR arc that you're looking forward to? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm still having fun with it. I mean, I am to an extent. Like I said, I don't want to drag it out too long, but at the same time, like, it's gonna change TJ in the relationship, so kind of not. If the entire BBMC relationship could be repaired, that's what I would like more so than anything. I don't know how much sense that makes. Because I've talked about it a little bit as well, is that going on duty and having those conversations, not only just with Barry but some of the BBMC guys and gals, kind of makes it that much better in terms of like depth wise. And just going back and being like hard cop TJ, it's not fun to play. Kind of sucks. I don't want that to happen per se. That's it takes away a lot of the enjoyment that I probably have character wise. So yeah, I don't know. I think if that would be the thing that I would look forward to, is if one day that could be fixed. How can it be repaired? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't. Okay, hold on. Dundee can't read, but we just went through 9 pages and he provided a ridiculous argument on Bailey in a bench trial. How can he not read? I can't drop my mic or I would. Yeah, selective read. Seriously. Anyway. All right. Last call for questions before I wrap it up. Let me know if you got any, and take 2 more. Do you see the notes that was taken off Barry from Dundee? But he can hack represent his boys in the courtroom. Yes. I saw those. That was when we went to a bank job or bank call. Actually, is this the whole Hayes thing? BT Dubs. TJ is not to blame for their car being impounded. He just created the freaking report, by the way. He created the report and it gets put off as this is the person that did it. Anyway. It's CJ Batman, yeah. Definitely. He was talking how does TJ intend to get revenge? Would it be in a violent way, a more personal approach? I don't think revenge technically has to be a thing. I think the ball is in Barry's court of what he wants to do with it. And if TJ is satisfied with what Barry does with it, then I think it's okay and no revenge really needs to be made. But that relationship can't just be like okay overnight, right? So I don't think it has to be revenge per se. Revenge is, I think we have to get out of that, a little bit of that thinking of this isn't like targeted you or anything else, but you know, it's more or less like it has to be guns or violence or anything like that, right? It's just more so there's different ways to approach, right? So I would rather have conversations with people to resolve things than I would hurt them, because I don't think that makes any sense. Actually targeting people and like trying to make a statement to them, what does that do for me as TJ? Not a whole lot, right? What's that do? Like, it creates more animosity than anything else. It doesn't add anything to a dynamic. It's like, oh hey, got a W in the RP, I shot you down. So that's not what I'm about, I guess. I don't do revenge like that. I really hope that we see reconciliation between Barry and TJ, also between BBMC and TJ. I want TJ to make plain what he does for BBMC and why he just can't call people off when he's just an officer. Yeah. Not to revisit that conversation, but I can't call anyone off as an officer. Like, that just doesn't make sense. I can't do it. In an active situation, like, good luck. Love seeing SWAT training with Bass. On the BBM side, he seems like such a hard-ass ocean number, but he's a super freaking dynamic character that messes with, well, TJ, yeah. I mean, Sab and I have RP'd a long time, probably about 4 to 5 years now, from TFRP days. Once his family back from understand that he's a person, not just a cop. Yeah, I mean, but how do you get that? Are we going to see TJ's perspective or more mysterious off-stream going forward? Probably off-stream, unless I actually have something that is kind of the culmination of it all. I don't know. Physical therapy is kind of done tomorrow-ish. So I did say that I wasn't going to stream him until physical therapy was done. Is Bailey taking the Mr. K murder case? No. I imagine probably Crane would. I don't know. I really don't. Like I said, I don't care to do a whole lot DOJ wise as much anymore. I'm enjoying TJ as a Civ. Maybe see this more often than in cop uniform. Yeah. It's hard to do Civ TJ. I put it on Discord that I was going to the server. I think it lasted an hour before I'm like, I got nothing to do. Francis was off. Bass was on. BBMC's at war. I tried to talk to Bundy. Bundy was off. Tried to talk to Bass. Bass was off. I didn't have anything to do. It was boring. That's why I don't stream it. But yeah. Anyway. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight. That's probably gonna do it for me. I thank you all just for multiple different ways. Obviously, the support that y'all have given me through the arc. With it, y'all being here, obviously being interested into it, and see what we can go with it. It's freaking amazing that I could not stream for basically 7 days of TJ and people are still that interested in it. When typically No Pixel has a very short fuse in terms of stories and everything else. So, yeah. I want to wish you all a great night. Thank you once again. And yeah, stay safe. I'm not sure when I'll be back on TJ yet, but hopefully soon. So, all right. Thank you. And one last, hopefully, outro that works. Tell me if the sound works, by the way. Let's go with it. Should we raid anyone? Who do we want to raid? Who should we raid? Who do we raid tonight? Is Junior live? It's SOLE KEFs, right? Is it that? I just want to make sure I did it right. All right. Make sure you go raid and say hello to Junior for me. I appreciate you all. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks again.